Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark. I'm Jim. I just watched a movie on Tubi. It's called Guess Who? It's a 2024 film. It's 1 hour and 33 minutes. And it was directed by Amelia Moses. It was written by Ian Carpenter, Aaron Martin, and Matt Wells. It's about a family visit that turns deadly when a psychotic killer hiding behind an unusual tradition shows up with one target in mind. This stars Andre Anthony as Chester, Gabrielle Darku as Bobby. Let's see, why aren't there? Okay, Kia King as Caitlin Martindale, and that's really it. The characters are all kind of like just nah. Um, I was really there. There's some parts of this movie that I did like. The setting is interesting. The premise itself is interesting. I'm going to read a lot off my notes because this was one of these Tubi movies where ad breaks really seemed badly timed. I don't know if it's just a algorithm that decides when to like insert the ad break. And I know you get the little countdown to tell you that it's coming, but for me, some of these ad breaks kind of diminish the movie a little bit because it was just poorly timed. At the beginning of the movie, we are introduced to the two leads and boyfriend girlfriend heading to boyfriend's home for a kind of a Christmas tradition that has like a Halloween theme to it, and it's called the Murmuring. And this will be the first time this guy's family is going to be kind of introduced to Caitlin, and um, yeah, we're going to go from there. She's kind of from a well-to-do family, not kind of, she is. And so there's a drastic, a stark contrast between the two backgrounds. Whereas uh, Bobby is kind of lower income family. They're headed to a trailer park to have this little gathering, which is an interesting setting, actually. You know, trailer parks have like a weird dynamic to them. It creates a bunch of different type of chase scenarios and interesting characters. The Murmuring itself, it's a Christmas tradition, but they wear costumes and um, all handmade costumes. And I thought the costuming was really kind of interesting. I did like that. And some of the premise is that the host of Murmuring, you have to do like a riddle to them. So I wrote down "riddle me this" because I always like that line from the Batman cartoons and stuff. "Riddle me this, Batman." Um, but there's like a lot of interesting things. So we are on our way to the trailer park. We stop for gas. We establish that there's bad cell service because we're out in the wonky country where I guess we still think people can't get cell service anymore. She gets attacked actually at this gas station and has a necklace stolen from her. And they kind of brush it off. He wants to bail. He's like, let's not do this. Let's just go back home. And she's like, no, you know, this is important to you. Let's keep going. So they go, they meet up with family, and we meet a big dysfunctional group of people. And it's all weird. You start to get kind of a shady vibe from a lot of these people. A couple of the other characters that live at this trailer park happen to be the one that stole the necklace. So we get the necklace back, and then there's just this weird tension, this weird dynamic. Meanwhile, there's like the sackhead character killing, and that's kind of like a very subplot underneath kind of a thing. And we don't know who this person is, right? We've been introduced to our leads, Bobby and Caitlin, these lovebirds, and we've been introduced to close family, mom, and all these friends. So, like, who is the killer in this whole group? So, things amp up. It gets a little kind of crazy when we get full blown into this Murmuring party, like this trailer park wide festival kind of a deal. Um, and it's really kind of one of those things like, how many people can you cram into a trailer for a party? I don't know if like the mass public have been in a trailer in a trailer park. I have. So it's like, oh, they put a lot of people in there, and it's kind of weird. And then the conditions of the trailer park are a little run down. It's not one of these nicer retirement communities. This is like the low budget kind of. It's messy and things, and we get some chase scenes through this. Caitlin is being uh, definitely targeted, and not everyone is believing it or seems to care about it. But then we get, like, during the party, like, we're shown a scene where we're having three of the friends having conversation, and including Bobby, and then we start to realize, okay, this is what's going on. This is where we're headed, and we want to exploit Caitlin for her wealthy background, and that's when things kind of amp up a little bit. We get the killer chasing Caitlin quite a bit. The idea is that we're gonna, like, hold her for ransom, and things kind of go off the rail. At one point, Caitlin is hiding in a car. I did have a problem with this one particular scene, and I hope it's not going to spoil it for you. But she traps herself into a car. The car was um, vandalized because of the party, the murmuring shenanigans. So Bobby it's his car. He kind of writes it off as, oh, it's just a prank. We'll clean it in the morning. But it was really a device to keep them from being able to leave. She traps herself in the car, and the killer has a gun, and he's chasing her. And then, like, if you're a killer chasing your victim and she goes into a car, but you have a gun, like, why aren't you blowing out the windows to get to her? So that doesn't happen. So it kind of creates like this extended scene. I know it's for the plot because we have to extend the chase. It did get a little meh. Um, some deeper backstory is revealed, some deeper family history is revealed. Other family members arrive, and yeah, it's one of those final girl moments where Caitlin is, left with the revelation of everything that just happened, but she's the final girl, and we find out who the killer is, who I'm not telling you. So yeah, this isn't horrible. It's kind of an interesting take if you kind of want to get like a Halloween movie. I really kept thinking this was set on Halloween because it's Christmas, but it's so Halloween themed, and there's no snow or anything like that. So it's an interesting thing. And I did like I said, the costuming looked pretty cool, and the story is different enough that it does separate itself from other kind of B-level movies. So it's not horrible at all, and it's on Tubi for free, so you don't have to really go out of your way. I wrote the word Canada down, so I'm guessing this must have been filmed in Canada, so it's one of those Canadian movies. But it's still okay. It's still okay. And they don't speak Canadian, they speak total American English. So there you go. Let me know in the comments down below if you're going to go to Tubi and check this out. And yeah, have a great day.